I want to show how to solve the problem by unsolving it. So like moving from the finish to the start, and I will show it on the game Sokoban on the level Microban 108. And Sokoban is the game where you play as the player and you need to push the brown crates to their designated places, which are marked as these white spots. So the game is solved when all the crates are placed here from the initial position. So this is the solved state. And you can push crates horizontally and vertically. Uh, like, I think it's intuitive how you push crates. So you can, by standing there, push the crates to the right, like this, and you will be standing there, and the crate will be there. So, like, if you push the crate to the right again, it would be stuck in the corner. Okay, I hope that it is obvious. And now let's move on to the idea that I want to show. So, uh, this level is very hard, and I decided to solve it from the finish. So, from this position, I wanted to see what is the possible move that I could make to get to this position. And actually, there is only one move, and I will show you that in a minute. So uh, let's find the crate that could be pushed to create this position. Like, let's start from the bottom left crate. It could get there only from there. So it could be pushed only if it was placed there. But this position is impossible because no, this position is possible. I say that the crate couldn't be pushed there because this crate is obstructing the player to push it vertically from there. So the bottom left corner crate wasn't pushed last. Um Now let's go to the bottom right crate. It could get to this place from there and there. This place couldn't from there it couldn't be pushed there because there are walls and player can't be standing there to push it here. Okay, so the player should be standing there, but there's a wall. So uh, could it possibly be there? No, because the player could push it only vertically, but there's a crate obstructing his movement. Okay, we understood that the bottom right crate wasn't pushed last. Now let's check this one. It could be pushed from the bottom and from the top. Again, from the bottom it can be pushed because there's a crate obstructing the player to move it. And from the top, it could be pushed from here. But let's examine this position. This position is impossible because the player uh, has no path to move in such a spot. So the player is cut off with the walls and the crates from the main area, as I will call it, and it's impossible to achieve because the player can only push crates standing in this main area, and it can push the crates to itself, so it can't grab it. Uh, Hopefully that is understandable. So the player couldn't be there. It could he could only be there, and so this wasn't the crate that wasn't pushed last. So this is the one. Let's see where it was pushed from the top or from the bottom. From the bottom it couldn't be pushed because there's a crate obstructing the push. So it could be pushed from the top like this. Great, we found the last move that was made. Um, Now the next moves wouldn't be so. It won't take so long to show you the next moves. Okay, so now actually we have this task. So we are not solving this task now. We are solving this task. Like, we need to get this position, and how can we get it? Let's check the crates again. This crate is sorry. We we see that the bottom left crate hasn't changed, so it can be pushed from here because the player is again stuck and cut off from the main area. This crate couldn't be pushed from here and here by the reasons that I mentioned in the first move. This crate, it's kind of interesting, more interesting now. It can be pushed from the wall, from the left. It can be pushed from the bottom, and it can be pushed from the top because the player should be there, and he is cut off from the main area, so this position is impossible. So again, the crate that was pushed, the second to the last move, is this crate, and it was pushed not from here, not from here, so from here. Why not from here? Because this is the finishing position, so it can be pushed only from there, from the right. Okay, now let's check again, more faster. So this is not the crate that was pushed because the player is cut off. This is not the crate that was pushed because this position occupied. This is not the crate that was pushed because these positions are occupied. So again, this is the crate that was pushed. It couldn't be pushed from there. It couldn't be pushed from there because this is the last position. So it was pushed from there. Okay, and this is the position that we want to get. Sorry, I messed up the lens. Okay, so this is the position that we need to get. And let's see what crates should be pushed next. This is not the one because this area is cut off. This is not the one. This is not the one because it was positioned there and it couldn't be pushed from the wall. So this is the crate that was pushed. It was pushed from the left and from the bottom. So it was pushed from the top. So now we got to this position. Just a minute. Okay. So we got to this position. We need, I repeat, we need now to solve this puzzle, because by solving this puzzle, we could solve the initial puzzle. And it's very important that this position surely was in any solution. So as I showed you, the all moves that we made by backtracking are the only moves that could be made. Okay, now the intuition comes into play. So we got our backtracking that we needed, and now by solving about 100 problems, I know that this spot is like a common pattern. You usually want to have crate right there, to store it right there, to then push it from here, like to all the way to the left wall. So now we finished the backtracking, and I just by intuition think that this is the position that we from this position we can get this position, because we just move the crate there and then we push it from the top to the bottom. Okay, so this is the position that is actually very simple to achieve from the initial one. And now I'll show you how to make it in there, in this editor or game. The sounds are very loud, but okay, maybe I can mute. Oh, so at first we move the top crates, then we move the bottom right one like this. And oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. We actually need to move uh, the crate here first, and now we move the right bottom one. So you see that we achieved this position from the start, where the crates are here and here, and now it's very simple to solve the puzzle. So we move it like this, all the way to the left, and now just let's undo our backtracking moves. So we move this crate, and then we move this crate 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So this is all that I wanted to show you, and hope that it somehow helps you. Thank you.